Hello?
Hey, Terry, what up, man?
Hey, Tim?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Hang on one sec. I'm just going to plug my headphones in. One sec.
All right, cool.
Or my buds or whatever. Hang on.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Sorry. Hey,
We're good.
I hope you're okay with me, just kind of putting it out there to go an hour early.
No, dude. Awesome. Oh, all good.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
How's everything?
Everything's cool. I'm just, like anybody, I'm home. And, same thing with everybody in the band. Everybody's just kind of tending to their households respectfully. And that was, it's funny because that was why I wanted to go early, because my old man was like, hey, can you come help me? My dad is from Italy. He's very old school. And, he needs he's up in the
My
70s.
grandfather's from Sicily. He's
Oh,
very
no
old
shit.
school as well. Yeah.
Okay. My father's Roman, but what's funny is my mom, who's a Texan from Amarillo, she met my dad, back in the late 60s, and I was born in 71, and she went and did like a 23andMe for me. And
Yeah.
it came back heavy Sicilian. I had no idea. My dad was even like, I don't fucking know. So when an Italian says something like that, you're like, hey, anything could have happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cool. All right. Cool. Well, we're
I totally I feel that. Yeah. My last name's Amoroso.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw your
so,
name on the email was Amoroso. Yeah.
Like super Italian.
Definitely. Corso.
We're
a couple of Goombas.
Who's
What's
that
funny?
picture you have, dude? As your contact. Is that you, number 11? It's like a jersey.
Oh no, I think it's like Scott Stapp.
It is Scott Stapp. It looks familiar.
I got in this like weird habit of like finding strange Scott Stapp pictures that I thought were just kind of like goofy and making them all my contact pictures.
You guys are fucking awesome, dude. Like, I met you.
Thank you.
Before, in Vegas.
Okay. What's funny? I just got back on Facebook recently, and I went through some like all my old photos. Like there's photos there like from I don't even know since Christ was a corporal, but I found pictures of like me from No Cover, and I was like, God damn, that was probably the last time we did anything with them, and it was probably a good 10 years ago or something. But I don't know if it was. Where did you say, in Vegas?
Yeah, remember maybe 2016, 2017? We did at the M Resort. It was Buck Cherry.
Yeah. I remember that
2-day event. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It was like a little a music festival at the M. I remember that. That was fun, actually.
It was. You guys did really well. You guys were my favorite act the whole night.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Both nights. We were like the official program for there. Right. Yeah, and then we did something. We've done a few things with you guys. Like you guys were one of the first bands that we were.
I remember back in the day, like when we both like. I think your guys' magazine and my band kind of started around the same year because we were like 95, 96, and I think you guys started right around the same time.
96, May 96.
And I remember, wasn't it? Yeah, there you go. And it was like you guys were like kind of Inland Empire based originally, right? Or Orange County or Inland Empire?
Inland. Well, San Diego. So we did San Diego. That was our first, and then we morphed out. The weird story about our magazine, it's actually a cool story, is so we had a meeting with Kevin Lyman, us, and Vice magazine at the time.
Yeah.
And Vice, it was who's going to be the official magazine or program for the Warped Tour.
Sure.
And so we went and met with Kevin, and Kevin picked us. And then that guy from Vice, he had to go back to Canada, and he had a chip on his shoulder. And now we're a shitty magazine, and he's a
Vices. Vices, what Vices? Okay. Well, shit.
Fucking Kevin Lyman, thanks a lot.
We might have been, yeah, exactly. We did our time on the Warped Tour in 2002, I think. So I could say Kevin Lyman, thanks a lot too. We have some interesting backstory, so. But it's it is what it is. It's here we are at this point. To be honest, all this talk about festivals and live shows just kind of gets me a little extra hot and horny because that's something that is a normal kind of thing in my life that's not there anymore.
Have you checked out the concerts in your car?
The what?
The concerts in your car?
Oh, is that the one in the UK?
No, it's actually in Southern California. I just went to one last night in Ventura.
Oh, no shit. How was it?
It was fucking rad, man. 100% sure that there's going to be a bunch of COVID
Well,
cases.
because my agent was telling me he was trying to put together something like a West Coast run kind of thing. Like we were supposed to go. We would have actually had a whole tour with Eve 6 in the bucket by now. And since that didn't happen, we were talking about trying to do like a drive-in tour of that nature, the two bands or whatever it turned out to be. But it never turned out. I shouldn't say it never turned out. It might still be, very much in the works. I haven't heard anything about it. But that's cool that you went to one. Okay, because and I said the UK because I saw that my friend is in Skindred and they just committed to like a run of drive-in shows, and I'm into it. I think it's cool. I think it's fun.
It was do you know Super Duper Kyle?
Who?
Super Duper Kyle?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was we went to his last night. I took my daughter there for her graduation.
No shit. Wow.
It was
how fun.
He's
Who
a
played?
Fucking phenomenal guy, man.
Wow, cool. Well, that's cool to hear that things are like these kind of new things that are being proposed and initiated are actually like fun for people. Like that's encouraging, honestly.
At the end of the show, everybody because the way they have it is like in the center. You're in the center, or there's a stage in the center, and there's cars all around it. Every single person got out of their car and just rushed the stage the last song.
No way, you're kidding. So it was like a stage in the middle and a bunch of cars around it,
yeah.
Wow, okay. So it wasn't like a drive-in theater per se set up.
No, it's more like, if you watch those old movies about like people are fighting to the death and there's cars all around them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like that.
Absolutely. Well, that sounds awesome. That sounds like good, wholesome fun.
Yeah, it really was, and there's a part of my soul that was ignited. How you were saying that you get all hot and sweaty for that shit, but I felt complete. It felt so beautiful.
It was like a moment of purity because we've been deprived for so long here, Yeah. It's almost like it's just like the purest form of spark of energy of the live show. I miss it. It's a trip. We're supposed to do one at the Whiskey on the 11th, 7-Eleven on Free Slurpee Day. So.
Oh shit! I love Free Slurpee.
Yeah, I know. Me too. That's why I keep attacking.
You guys are going out there?
Well, we're going to go to the Whiskey and we're going to jump in. We're going to jump in the Whiskey and play. Because how they have a bunch of cameras set up. They have probably 5 or 6 angles, all HD stuff. And so they've paired up with a company that kind of does like a pay-per-view situation and monetize.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Yeah. So it's actually pretty exciting to me. Just the notion of playing one show that like goes anywhere globally that anyone would care to like check it out. You know, that's to me. I'm like, shit. That blows my mind. You know, so I hope it goes good. You know, it's kind of like a pay-per-view in a way, I guess. So,
right, man, I'll check it out for sure.
We're gonna,
check that shit out.
Well, yeah, definitely. You know, I hate the pay-per-view. Kind of just sounds hostile in a way, in a commercial kind of way. So, I just want to make it clear, like we're gonna probably give everything away to charity that we make on it. You know what I mean?
We just say the quarantine stream, man.
What's that?
Quarantine stream.
Yeah. What? Oh, yeah.
Don't say pay-per-view.
No, we're calling it the quarantine.
There you go.
You feeling me?
Yeah.
Quarantine at the whiskey, live at the whiskey, the Hollywood Strip, baby.
You guys had that's for one. That's super exciting. I would be like chomping at the bit, like Christmas time. You know what I mean?
Cool. I hope it all goes over without a hitch. Like I honestly do. Like it's kind of like I said. It's cool to me to think that I'm gonna play one show that like someone in like Siberia could watch if they wanted to. You know. So.
Is this the longest you went without playing the show?
You know. That depends on, you know, if you're talking about career span or in my life but I will say right now I haven't played a show since New Year's Eve. Yeah, we played at the Slide Bar for New Year's Eve with Lit, actually. Like Lit and us did like a surprise thing, and that was it was fun. Good friends. It was the last time I played though, so I haven't played this year yet, really.
I'm sorry, 6 months in?
Yeah, I've done a couple of online things. That's kind of what our, you know, video is like.
Yeah. Tell me about that. Like,
how
did you guys, you guys did the Wham, what is it?
Everything She Wants, yeah.
Everything She Wants, yeah, by Wham.
Yeah, we had it.
For one, it was awesome. I loved it. And then, were you, you were dressed up like ICP in it?
No.
You were a juggalo?
No, I wasn't. I would have been.
I'm just joking.
If asked, I would have been.
Was that really ICP?
Yeah, that's Jay. That's Jay and Shaggy. That's them. Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, dude, we got mad juggalo love too. I was all like tripping because we have common friends and we've done like I used to play for Powerman 5000 in the day for like...
I remember.
There was a minute I was at an ant farm and I played with Powerman, and we did the fucking the inaugural, if you will, gathering of the Juggalos up in like upstate Ohio. And that's like total, you know, that was like a life highlight for me.
Is that scary?
In fact, I lead some conversations with that. I'm like, hey, I'm Terry. I played the very first gathering of the Juggalos. I also play an alien ant farm. But yeah, you know what? It was thrilling. I wouldn't call it scary. I'd call it thrilling. It was you know, I don't know. I grew up in like a hood environment, so it's not that shocking to me to see like that kind of, you know, kind of craziness.
I've been to like an ICP, like remember they had that wrestling?
Oh yeah, Stranglemania or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That was my introduction to the ICP when I was young. I had a friend that worked at Hollywood Records, and he sent me the Stranglemania tape, and I loved it so much that I had a party at my apartment. Like I probably had like 50, 60 people in my little ass apartment to watch Stranglemania, and that was like my first introduction to ICP. I love that shit.
Like I grew up in Oxnard, right?
Yeah,
so Oxnard is not. That's like, you know, especially in the '90s, being a Sicilian or a white guy inside of a predominantly, you know, mixed variety of culture.
Nardcore, dude.
Nardcore, baby. I got my tattoo too.
Yeah. You know what? You know who I think instantly when you say Oxnard, and I'm showing my age here because I'm going to be 49 in November, right? Yeah. Well, I was going to say Dr. No, but Ill Repute
Dr. No.
also. Because I used to go actually see Dr. No live because they used to venture down into LA and play like the Balboa Theater with all the bands like COC and DRI and shit like that.
Yeah.
But Ill Repute, I definitely had Omelet, and I was into Ill Repute. I used to be a skate punk, so that was when I heard when I saw that actually saw your area code, and I was like, is he Santa Barbara? Is that Santa Barbara? And
Not no more.
You said Oxnard, and I was like, oh damn, Dr. No.
There, we have a Ventura County Music Awards out here, and Dr. No they're going to be a Hall of Famer this year.
No shit.
Yeah, we're inducting him into the Hall of Fame.
That's great. That's awesome.
It's a heavy Nardcore Hall of Fame this year. So Missing 23rd, Dr. No, Stalag 13.
Stalag 13, I was going to say. Those guys are brutally Nardcore.
The very first Hall of Famer we had was Ill Repute.
Awesome. Oh, I feel young.
So anyways, I was saying that
I don't feel young. I feel old. But I'm thinking of my young days. Wow. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
So I was the reason why I asked you about is it scary is because I went to that wrestling thing, and these people had no fear of anything, man. Like I was a fan of ECW. Yeah. And it sort of made ECW look like a fucking, Muppet Babies.
Well, that was an actual, so you're talking about like a Juggalo event, like an ICP event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like Juggalos. Okay, I was thinking of, because the WrestleMania, or Stranglemania, sorry. Hey, clip that out. We don't want any copyright shit. Stranglemania that I had was literally like it was on a VHS cassette with Heavy Metal Parking Lot. I'm sure you remember that. But it was literally like like people like Terry Funk and
Terry Funk.
And Nick Foley, right?
Nick Foley.
Yeah. And like and that Japanese dude they call Lama Nama Numi or whatever. It was like that was Stranglemania back then. It was like early like 80s like wrestling in Japan. That was all like tack matches and barbed wire and all that shit.
Matches.
Yeah, all that fucking shit. And basically what Stranglemania was all that shit with Jay and Shaggy totally just lacing like commentary over it like Mystery Science 3000 or some shit. And it was amazing, dude. So they
ended up making their own like wrestling organization.
Yeah, I know. That's what what Stranglemania is. The tape that I'm talking about was like was like what started it. Like it was like the beginning of all that shit. And you know what's crazy, dude?
I'm gonna look that shit up.
Dude, you got to look it up. It's so funny to watch too. Like literally, like Dryden's parents were at my apartment watching it and just laughing because it was just their commentary. You know, Mystery Science 3000, right?
Yeah.
So it was like that. They were just lacing, like, just kind of like talking shit over it, and it was amazing. It was so funny. They did so good.
I'm definitely gonna check it out. That's awesome. I
actually got music from those guys today. Something they want guitar on, so. It's funny we're talking about them. we're all up in the clown love now.
Are you a Stern fan?
Howard Stern?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh shit. Yeah, because I remember like back in 2017, me and Dryden, when I interviewed him, we were talking about like Stern.
Yeah. Dryden.
I was just wondering if you guys are all.
We're all hardcore Stern fans, big time. Like Mike and Dryden stood in line for when Private Parts the book came out and he did his signing in LA. Like it was when the band had just started, like we just barely started jamming together. And I remember those guys went down and stood in line for like a day to get their book signed by Howard.
Way.
Yeah, but we've all been fans, forever. We love Howard.
Whether
he loves us or hates us. What's that?
Are you caught up with him?
I'm slowly starting to get caught up for this last week. I might be like maybe a week behind because I'm listening to, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, like currently.
Yeah.
I have like the Alexa thing where I just have it playing through my whole house usually, like throughout the day, and I some stuff I overlap and some stuff is new. So why? What's up?
I just interviewed Brent Hatley.
Oh, okay. Well, Brent's not on the show anymore for a while.
I know. Yeah.
He's in our video. You know that, right?
He is, for real?
Yeah, him and what's his Caitlin?
Caitlin?
His chick? Yeah, they're in our video, dude. In the fucking
No
everything.
shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognize it.
Dude, you'll go watch it again, and you'll see him. She's like bent over in front of him. It's real quick, and he's like slapping her in the ass. Typical. But yeah, Dryden started talking to them online, like right after he left the Howard Stern show. And we were like, fucking, we want you in the video. And they were like all cool about it. So when you go watch it again, look for Brett and fucking consider yourself citizens arrested. I can hear the music right now.
Were you into him during the Bubba days?
You know what? Just I think maybe it's probably more because of a regional thing that I didn't listen to Bubba much, but the fact of the matter is I've done Bubba's show like twice.
Oh,
like we played acoustic on Bubba's show one time, and I think we interviewed. We've been on Bubba's show more than once, going through Florida or whatever. And you know, I just don't remember if I ever met Brett in those days. Like I'm pretty sure one of the times we were there interviewing, Brent was there. So,
no, for sure, yeah.
You know, I wish we would have like gone out and had drinks or like did some soft swinging together or something. Then I would definitely remember.
Oh,
super steamy.
Oh man, I fucking love him, man. Like the whole, like that's.
I miss him on the show. I didn't even really catch do you know why he's not on the show anymore?
I don't know. I think it's bullshit. Because
we've started the interview, right?
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. No, these are the conversation interviews are the best. So I was just fucking.
I love them. You know, I sort of. Yeah, there's certain people that I know I have to go the traditional route with.
Yeah.
I didn't feel, you know, I got the vibe.
Nah, we fuck off, and I'm getting ready to go. Like I'm gonna go grab my dad, and like we're gonna barbecue. It's Saturday, so and these days it's funny. I hate to sound pathetic, but like any kind of like interaction these days during lockdown is like golden. So
yeah, it's awesome, huh?
I'm like, hey, you want to talk?
Hi.
Hey.
Do you know who the Juggalos are?
So you want to talk about ICP, huh? Okay, well, it's funny that is like a big part of our interview, though. They're gonna love that.
And you talked about him today, or you talked to him today too. That's sort of funny.
Yeah. Well, a friend that we have, like an in-between friend who's like their tour manager / he does like front of house and records, and he's just a good guy, and he tours a lot with us and PODs, like POD's fill-in drummer, guy we call Johnny Beats. And that was kind of, I mean, I met Jay back in the day when I did the first gathering or whatever, and he was a gentleman, man. He really like came up and made sure we were taken care of. He was like, you guys need anything. So this Johnny Beats character has definitely been a great go-between for us to get some stuff done between our two bands. And now, I'm facing, like, I'm literally looking at my guitar right now because I got some music from them today that they want some guitar on. So I'm hopefully going to impress them. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, you got it. But to go back to the Brent thing, I ended up interviewing Manson last week for his Twitch channel.
Oh, cool.
And Manson is from Bubba's show.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up telling me that Brent reached out to him to do a show together.
No shit.
Yeah. So that ought to be interesting to see if that happens.
Are they going to do it or what?
I don't know. It seems like Manson's like upset with them, and then Manson sort of like hinted to me in the interview that Brent's lying about how he got fired.
That was one thing I thought about. If it was, I want, yeah, me too. I like because because when Dryden was starting to tell me initially when he started talking to those two, him and Caitlin, about being in the video and stuff, and just saying we were huge Stern fans and blah blah blah, and I thought that it was just it literally kind of happened right around when we were getting all the shit for the video together, because I remember going, oh my God, that's intense. And Dryden just gone. I mean, it wasn't like a huge bomb, because I think it's intense to have those guys in our video, period. But yeah. Dryden, that was right when Dryden dropped the bomb on me that he was off the show, and he didn't know why at the time, and I never heard why. I miss him though. I miss when he'd come in, and
it's awesome.
Yeah,
he's an amazing character, and it's really hard for me to get behind his Twitch channel. Like, I support him, I love him, but it's just
I haven't even checked it out.
Me.
I think that
he's too inconsistent.
Oh, okay. He's not on all the time.
No, and like it's some days he's on, and some days he's not, and like I get it, but I mean, if that's what you love and that's what you're trying to do, you got to be consistent.
Yeah, I mean, that whole moment when he went to LA and his chick had the jackhammer came through or whatever, among other dudes. I think that might have been his pinnacle. Sorry,
it's all downhill from there.
That was no, I don't want to say that because I think he's a swell dude. But that was some seriously riveting radio that was happening.
When's the last time you really saw radio or experienced radio to that extent? You know what I mean?
Only on satellite these days, right? Not on terrestrial.
I mean, I love not terrestrial, but I mean I love Joe Rogan, but it's totally different. You know what I mean? For different reasons.
What did I see? Did you see that meme recently that said Joe Rogan is like Oprah for white dudes or some shit?
No,
I was dying.
See that.
I was dying. My drummer Mike, he loved Joe Rogan. He's always telling me this Joe Rogan story or that Joe Rogan story. So I'm not a huge Joe. I'm fucking. I don't eat meat, or I'm vegan or whatever. I hate saying the V word because I don't want anybody's shit. But so I don't really get behind all the hunting bullshit. You know what I mean? So I kind of stay away from the Joe Rogan phenomena. But yeah, I saw that meme just yesterday, I think. And it was posted by the whitest dude I know in my fucking entire world.
Oh, man.
It was funny.
So what do you guys got going on? Like, besides the 11th, do you have anything, or is COVID just shut down?
Man, it is such a wait and watch world right now. And in fact, I feel like the band's a little scattered right now. Like everybody's just kind of hunkered down in their own realities, and that's important, and we're trying to bridge the gaps in between so that we can kind of keep each other sane, because you need those releases through music and whatnot. But here's the thing, man. There's offers in. And honestly, some of the offers are in from Texas or Alaska.
How do you feel about it? Are you nervous to go?
Yeah, I'm definitely in kind of a thought process about it. I'm trying to be super, just kind of dimensional about it. I want to.
Have you caught it yet?
No. Have you?
Yeah, I caught it.
Oh wow.
That shit was intense.
I
didn't go on no ventilator, but I was
can't
really
breathe
sick.
though, right?
Yeah, I smoked for since I was 25.
Yeah.
And I just
I'm
smoking.
an ex-smoker too, and I still do bong hits and shit. So.
I still smoke.
I quit smoking cigarettes over a year ago, but I'm stoked on that. It's time for me. How old are you?
I'm 38.
38. Okay, so I'm I'm 10 years older than you. So it was time for me to kind of, throw that shit to the wind. I have my own.
Being a year in?
I feel good, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I still kind of have a morning hack, because I think of the bong hits. I'm just like a 80s kid slave slave to the fucking bong hit, started smoking weed way back then, and that was what I was into, you know, smoking flowers. So, and I'm sure that had its, you know, it's had its toll on me. But at least the cigs are gone. That was it, and you know what? I just literally had to shut it was the same thing with meat and dairy. I just had to like hit that switch. Once I hit that switch.
When did you do that?
I don't even know. I just kind of did it. Inadvertently.
You don't know how long it's been?
Oh, what, for me?
For meat and dairy?
Oh, meat and dairy. I've been vegan since February 15th of last year. So this last February 15th was 1 year.
What do you notice differently?
Well, you know, I went through a whole, like, health thing, you know, years ago, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago or whatever it was. I went through literally, like, I had diverticulitis and I had surgery for that, and the hospital here almost killed me and left something inside me, which led to like 5 more surgeries. So I went through all this shit. So, and I dabbled with vegetarianism through my life. I think I was a vegetarian for like a year up until we went to Europe for the first time. We were poor and had to eat sausages and bread and shit, and we had no choice. But then, you know, I went vegetarian again after I, you know, cleared all those surgeries and stuff, and I lost like half my guts. So it was just like the next, you know, it was the next level of vegetarianism, and honestly, like 50% of it is because I feel the way I do about animals. So it all worked out 50-50.
Brock Lesnar had that, right? Remember diverticulitis?
Yeah. I remember seeing him fight that first time back from his first surgery, and I was like literally still had like a soft scar on my abdomen. And when he got hit and went down, remember that first fight? I forget who he fought, but I remember.
Dos Santos.
Okay, yeah, and
Junior Dos Santos.
Yep, and he had the full-on same scar as me and everything, and he took that one body blow and like just like kind of that was the end of it, and I was I felt for him. Yeah, I was like he just wasn't ready. Like I couldn't even imagine taking a blow to my guts like that. You know, even all these years later, but. I don't want to give away my weaknesses, man.
Yeah. So how long do you think you would have taken to get back to normal, to be able to fight? Not that you're not like a fighter or anything, but...
What, you mean from surgeries?
Yeah, from that surgery. Do you think you came back too early?
I think that once you have your muscle wall breached, that I don't think it'll ever heal the same again. Like no matter how many sit-ups you do or whatever, you can build that shit up, but there's still going to be scar tissue there, and scar tissue hurts. You know, it aches like weird joints or something. You know, when you have like a lot of scar tissue, you could feel it, and it affects you in certain ways. So. I would say, you know, if he had like a good couple, maybe a year. I was going to say like maybe. How long was it since the surgery that he came back and fought?
Like 9 months, I think. 9
months, yeah. So, yeah, maybe double that. You know, hard to say. Yeah. That dude's a rock. You know, like I can imagine the doctors having to like take on his abdominal wall. Because that dude is
forklift.
Yeah, dude. They probably had to use like a sawzall, you know, like instead of a scalpel. They're just like they're like on his chest with a skill saw, just going yeah. Anyways, yeah, you know, who knows when you can take a blow like that? Maybe a year. Maybe he was almost there. But obviously, when he took that one blow, he really
he went down.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not going. It was almost like not even like he got incapacitated, like he was thinking. You know what I mean? So he was like, oh, I need to stop right now.
Oh, was it Cain Velasquez? Not Junior Dos Santos?
Yeah, it was Kane. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Kane. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. All I remember is I was on tour, and we went to like B-Dubs or some shit to watch it, and wherever the fuck we were. And I remember just like saying when I saw his look on his face when he got hit, and I was like, dude, I felt that. I was like, he got hit right in the scar, you know?
Yeah. It's like
right
that was part of the game plan.
He got hit right in the California zipper. Any gangsters out there know what that is.
Well, Terry, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hey man, it was fun. I hope you got everything you need.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we got that single out, and the video is fun, and we got a bunch of our friends in it, and hopefully everybody's at least finding a little happiness out of that motherfucker, you know. That was kind of the whole thing for us to get that song out. Like, we just wanted to like give somebody a reason to like take their mind off of shit for a sec.
What made you guys decide on that song?
It was just one we were messing with. We've messed with like so many cover songs over the years. Like, we used to play a different one every time we played live when we were like a local band, you know, and you might even remember some weird shit. But, it was just punchy and emotional. And we started working. Once you start working on something and like putting real time into it, it starts, you know, we could put that much time and effort into any cover song and make it ours. And for whatever that's worth, I know some people like us for that and some people hate us for that, but we can. So what, you know?
Yeah.
We have fun with it, and anybody that knows us knows what we're really about musically. So, and knows that
you guys are a treasure, bro. Like,
I've
seen you guys live probably good 20 times. I've interviewed you guys and hung out with you guys a little bit, and no matter what, you guys always been so happy. You guys always raise my energy level.
Cheers, dude. That makes
with your music.
That kind of shit makes it all worth it. So thank you. I'm glad. You know, it's a big small world, and I cherish every like friend I made along the way. Every enemy I made along the way can fucking suck my dick. said like old dirty bastard.
Yeah. Look my dick.
Was that the mic drop in the interview or what?
That's not, you can't even go any further than that, bro.
Hey, well, thanks for being cool, man. Just like a fun conversation. I need that.
Well, I appreciate
you. So I appreciate you too, man. Thank you for. Thanks to fucking No Cover Magazine for fucking. You guys have been alive as long as us, and through all thick and thin, and that's respectable. So respect.
Anytime I see your guys' name on, from a publicist, yeah, I always bite on it. I want to support you guys as much as I can.
Well, anytime. You know my number now, so.
All right, for sure.
Fucking drunk dial me. I don't care. All right,
my man.
Cool, man. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself.
You as well. Enjoy your dinner.
All right. Thanks, bud.
Bye.
Late.